It's right-handed for the first part of the race, in fact for the majority of this. Away they go. One of the first out, Lord Zenobia, and Doctor's Orders on the extreme outside showed up in the early part. Also there too is Shenaki going through, and the first of 19 is going to be met by Shenaki, and over it he went a couple of lengths in front. Doctor's Orders is second, followed by Our Aura going through on the inside, gets up into second placing now. Copperdame is handy with Lord Zenobia. Wider out is Bond Keep, and also Doctor's Orders easing back after beginning well. They're about to swing down for the first of these jumps in the lane now, and over the first of them they go. Settling well back now is Lord Zenobia. Ocean Law, one of the last. Radiant Orchid had dropped out to be last of all, and Our Aura had taken over the running. He brushed through that one, the second down the running, and the leader Our Aura by about a length and a half. Shenaki moving up on the outside. Jacobite Prince holding down third. Copperdame in the green and yellow colours fourth on the inside from Bond Keep at this fence. They're trailed a bit further back by Lord Zenobia. Out very wide on the course, Doctor's Orders, followed by Radiant Orchid, and Ocean Law brought up the rear. At the last one in the lane now, and jumping out badly at it was Shenaki, losing ground. They're about to head out towards the next fence with Our Aura the leader. Shenaki is second, Bond Keep and Copperdame next from Jacobite Prince. Doctor's Orders over on the outside as they leap this fence, being followed by Lord Zenobia and Jacobite Prince on his inside there. Radiant Orchid one of the last, and Ocean Law is last of all. They're heading out towards the Alfred Road jump, and Our Aura takes it out wide so he can cut back into Briley. Over it he goes, and Our Aura leapt it pretty well, about 2 to 3 lengths to Shenaki, who's been covering a little bit of ground in his jumps. He's moved up within about half a length of the leader now. Copperdame is third, and Lord Zenobia has gone through the pack into fourth placing. Here's the first in Briley now. Our Aura over it in front. He lands by about a length and a half from Shenaki, Copperdame, and Lord Zenobia's got up inside of those horses. He's only about 3/4 away from the leader at that one. Oh, a faller there now. Bond Keep it was. Bond Keep went down, horse to his feet and cantering on, and the rider looks to be okay. Climbing up the hill now in Briley paddock and about to go to the next fence midway up the hill, and Lord Zenobia had gone through to join Our Aura. Copperdame 3 lengths away third. Shenaki's dropped back fourth. Doctor's Orders a good way back from Jacobite Prince, Radiant Orchid and Ocean Law. The double up on top of Cox's Hill in front of them now, and these two have broken away over the first onto the road, and over the second they go with the Lord Zenobia on the inside taking over the running by a slender margin. Here's the fence in Grantis. On the left of screen, it's the favourite in front, Lord Zenobia from Our Aura. They've run down the hill and they've got right away. Shenaki still holding third from Copperdame. At this fence now, they're about to turn right. Lord Zenobia jumped the first one, jumped the second one well. Didn't turn that corner all that well. Shenaki turned wretchedly back third. Lord Zenobia with 4 to jump leads from Our Aura. He's sticking on grimly after making much of the running. At the fourth last one they go. They're about 10 lengths in front of Shenaki, followed by Copperdame, Radiant Orchid. Ocean Law nearly went at that one. Jacobite Prince has gone past him. And now as they go down towards the back at the third last one, Lord Zenobia's got away on them, leads by about 4 lengths. I think Doctor's Orders must have lost the rider in transit. I can't find him in the field, and Lord Zenobia's got away. He's heading down towards the 600 metre mark and the second last one, and the favourite Lord Zenobia out with a good lead over Our Aura, and Shenaki is third as they leap this one. 1 to jump only now. Long break to Radiant Orchid, Copperdame, and then Ocean Law, who's back at the tail end of the field as they swing around the home corner with Jacobite Prince. But around the bend and into the straight, and there's 1 to jump now, and Lord Zenobia full of running has it shot to pieces from Shenaki, who's again gone up to second. Our Aura is battling along third. Long break to Radiant Orchid. At the last, the 19th fence down the novice steeplechase, and Lord Zenobia clears it well by about 7 or 8 lengths. Shenaki's done a good job. He's done a few things wrong. He's holding second, and then Our Aura, but in the run home, Lord Zenobia is drawing away, given a couple of slaps with the whip to keep him honest, and Lord Zenobia, very good win. Wins it by about 8 lengths on the line to Shenaki's second. Our Aura's held third. Then Radiant Orchid, trailed in by Ocean Law and Copperdame. Jacobite Prince cantering over the line. He's in fact the last one to complete the course.
Oregon City on the outside. Hi-ho, Davo. They're off. Good start too. Shawnee Chief jumped well on the inside. Out quickly as also as Pearl Discovery. Warp was out fast and Right to Success began very quickly in the centre. Goes straight to the front and settling down here. Right to Success over on the inside of the Shawnee Chief, who's pushing up on the rails into a prominent position, and they were followed closely then a bit deeper on the track there, going around the ice block. And a bit further back in the field over on the inside behind them is Glenbowl settling into stride. And Ice Block going fast takes the lead by a length to Right to Success. A length further back is Warped on the outside of Shawnee Chief. They're followed closely then on the outside by Cantier, and back on the rails then behind them Glen Boulder. A length further away to Bayport, a length and a half back in the field. Pearl Discovery on the inside, a Flash of Light who's centre field. Ken Coy was over on the outside, a bit further back in the field then came Aquabono, and they were followed closely by Hi-Ho Davo, and last of all dropping back there towards the tail of the field is Aquavit coming down the side of the track here, and Ice Block the leader, led by a length in advance over on the outside. Coming up to tackle it here is Warp with a good run. 2 lengths away is Cantier, and they're followed closely over on the inside. Dropping back there, Right to Success as they make the home turn. Kincoy is very deep on the track, but Warped on the outside has taken the lead as they turn for home. Is clear now. Cantier coming after him. On the inside, Ice Block can't go on there. Followed after a gap in the field then by Aquavit coming from a long way back, and down the outside finishing on Flash of Light. Warped is the leader, finishing very quickly. Cantier, and down the outside Flash of Light is grabbing them in a couple of strides. Flash of Light flying home takes the lead. Flash of Light's got up to score from Warp. Shawnee Chief finishing well along the inside for third, and they were followed next home by Pearl Discovery, and behind them Cantier. A gap in the field then to Hi-Ho Davo, well back to Right to Success, who didn't go on in the straight. Special set further back in the field, and they were followed next home towards the tail by Ice Block, and last of all Oregon City. Flash of Light for the money. Going on with a job to score well. Number 5, Flash of Light, ridden by Marie Payne.
Ibex stood up nicely down on the inside. Off they go. And Effervescent, one of the first to bounce out. Gonza was the one that was a little slow, and Bizrami is the first to break the line and settled in front. So it's Bizrami going out by a length and a half to Prince Toretto, and Effervescent getting up along the inside of it. They're trailed by Bruto, settling 2 lengths away fourth from Ibex, and This Kiss is out wide there, followed by Kangatong Road. A length and a half further back in the field is Bachelor on the inside of Andrabi, and they're followed 2 lengths further back then by Bellicon Vista, and Gonza brought up the rear. Not a lot of speed about. Bizrami made play down the back near the 800, about a length clear. In second placing Prince Tintoretto, followed then by This Kiss is improved out wider. Effervescent over on the inside having a good run, followed by just a length away in the field is Ibex, and they're trailed by Bruto on the outside. Kangatong Road from Andrabi, and then Bachelor as they neared the home corner. Well back as Bellicon Vista in a bunch field, and Gonza after missing the starters. Last of all, Bizrami leads from Prince Tintoretto in second placing. Bruto is making a fast dash around the outside, got to third. Andrabi's deeper out. This Kiss is gone. Effervescent battling along on the rail. Bizrami kicked away a length and a half in front at the 200-metre mark. Bruto trying hard from Prince Tintoretto. Then came Effervescent getting through on the inside. Bizrami in front. Bruto is having another dip at it. Bruto's grabbed the lead now, and Bruto goes on to win. Bruto first, beating Bizrami second. Effervescent might have grabbed third on the inside from Bellicon Vista. Bachelor out wider, and they're followed by Prince Tintoretto. Kangatong Road in behind them, and then came Andrabi. This Kiss well back as Ibex, and Gonza was last to greet the judge. Bruto probably best backed in the race has taken out the prize. Number 3, ridden by Mark Flaherty, trained by Glenn Thornton. A slowly run race, sat just off them and finished to shade the better. Number 3 is by Super Imposing, trained by Glenn Thornton at Geelong and ridden by Mark Flaherty. Number 3 will get the prize here. Andrabi ran a very good race, well ridden, particularly by Kieran McAvoy. Didn't go all that fast, and it'll get second. And it looks like on the inside, Effervescent will be third, ridden by Andrew Payne. Running on well at the end of the race was Bellicon Vista, and Bachelor, having his first start since bleeding back in November of 1998, can only improve on what he did today. So official placings should be 3, 14 and 4.
Late scratching at the barrier, now they're ready. And they're off, and Goldie's Girl was the first into stride. Over on the outside, Rafferty's Kate began well and away quickly. Also, Viva Forever. Sistine Sensation going fast up on the outside, being followed closely along the inner there by Almighty Xena. A length further back in the field then over on the outside to Elizabeth Therese. They were being followed by our Obi. Getting back in the field is Cyclone King over on the inside of Consensation. How is he? Is further back in the field, a length and a half to Bonnie Mist. A long way of its ground there is Flicking the Bean as second last as they race down the side of the track now. Going very fast, Rafferty's Kate the leader by a length and a half in advance of Viva Forever. Going up on the inside is Goldie's Girl. It's with Therese's just in behind them. Rybearer over on the inside. Then Sistine Sensation a fair way back in the field behind them. Performing Minx over on the rail. Then our Obi being trailed around them by Condensation, and further back in the field as they straighten up is at the head of the others then. Cyclone King is a long way off the lead as they race into the straight. Goldie's Girl on the outside moving up to take the lead from Rafferty's Kate, who fights back. Performing Minx is running on just behind them. Elizabeth Therese coming down the outside with a good run, and 16 Sensation and Rybearer. But Goldie's Girl is the leader close to home. On the outside, Performing Minx is coming at it, and Performing Minx has got up to score. Good go for second and third, Elizabeth Therese, and over on the inside, Goldie's Girl, Sistine Sensation right on their heels. They're followed next home then by Cyclone King, Rybearer. Flicking the Bean, followed further away in the field by King's Tower. And then a long break behind them was Almighty Xena. Well back towards the tail, Rafferty's Kate, and back in behind them, How Is He? And among the tail enders there also Viva Forever towards the tail there, one of the last home. Stand by for placings. After the running of the fourth on the card. Wait for the numbers to come up.
Start affected near the 800. Jowl took a dive. They're off now. He missed it when the starter really let them go, only about a length or so. And the first out is Mr. Hyde with Sir Richie and Gilligan on their outside. As they settle down, Sir Richie with a slender lead from Ryazan on the inside of him. They're followed then by Mr. Hyde on the inside of Sovereign Ties, and then Gilligan settling fifth. A length and a half to Sheridan, not a great deal of pace about. He's followed by Jowl over on the inside. Then Extra Javial and Kima Ray's last of all. Sir Richie with his ears pricked came round the turn the first time. He led by about a length here to Sovereign Ties on the outside of Ryazan, and Mr. Hyde is going through on the inside of those. Just behind them is Gilligan, three wide but with cover. Sheridan is next for Jowl over on the inside at the gate of the next hurdle. Back behind them, Sheridan not jumping that one particularly well. Kima Ray got through on the inside of him, and Extra Javial is last, but they're very tightly bunched. Here's a hurdle in front of the stands now, and all clearing it successfully with the leader Sir Richie about a neck in front as they go towards the 2,000 metre mark. Now Gilligan's riders eased him out wide to have a look at this, and the top he's out three deep going for the lead as he put in a good leap at it. Sir Richie the inside and Gilligan are the two leaders. Just behind them Jowl. Garraway's gone right through along the inside rail to be directly behind the leader now. Mr. Hyde is on his outside, and Sovereign Ties is trapped out wide. Kima Ray a length away on the inside of Ryazan, who settled on the speed, but he's drifted back a bit. He's third from last, trailed by Sheridan. And last of all is Extra Javial. Sir Richie the leader. He put on a little more pace now as he heads out towards the next jump. He's got 2 lengths on Gilligan as they go over it. Both jumping it well, and Jowl on the inside third. They're trailed by Mr. Hyde, a length to Extra Javial going up outside Kima Ray, and Sheridan brings up the rear of the field with Ryazan and Sovereign Ties. But they're only about 5 or 6 lengths between first and last at the 1,200 metres, and Sir Richie made play. 2 lengths in front of Gilligan running second as they come along towards the next hurdle. Sir Richie jumping it very well. He lands by 2 lengths to Gilligan. He just wanted to clip the top of that a little bit. Over on the inside third is Jowl, and Extra Javial's crept into the race. He's got up to fourth on the outside. They're followed by Ryazan, Mr. Hyde, Kima Ray as they leap the next one. Sheridan is hard ridden. He's struggling to get into the race. He's second last, and Sovereign Ties is last. At the 800, here's the second last jump coming up now. And here's Sir Richie landed in front again. Gilligan not jumping it as well as the leader. And Jowl is coming through, trying for a needle-eye gap on the fence. Sir Richie at the 600 just led from Jowl, who's getting through. Then Gilligan under a lot of pressure, but he responds. He's game as anything. Kima Ray's got up to fourth now, the grey. They've got to away on Sheridan, and then Extra Jovial Ryazan as they came round the turn. Wonder Jump, Sir Richie the leader. Jarla's got through. Gilligan on the outside. They make a line of three. A great finish coming up, and Keemeray just behind them. Then came Sheridan in the straight. Gilligan out after Sir Richie. Jarl the inside at the last. Gilligan and Sir Richie. Keemeray the outside, and Jarl 4 across the track. Keemeray's finishing the better, 100 out. Goes up to Gilligan and Sir Richie. Keemeray takes the lead. He drew a half in front, and Keemeray goes on to beat Gilligan by a length. Sir Richie third, Extra Jovial fourth. Then Sheridan and Jarl. Sovereign Ties, Mr. Hyde, and Ryazan is last of all. Winning ride for Craig Durden and Ray Coombs, with number 6 Keemeray taking out the Yalumba Galleywood hurdle. Number 6 Keemeray the winner. Craig Durden having a great carnival. Won the Briley yesterday on Cool Groom for Jim Houlihan, and he's taken out the Yalumba Galleywood hurdle on number 6 Keemeray. He won, of course, last year on Moon Chase. 6 Keemeray at big odds takes out the prize. His 10th start over the hurdles, and clearly his best win. Other victories coming at Geelong and Maui some time ago. The most recent hurdle win in Morfordville most recently in October of this year. So great performance by him to come away and win the race. Second going to number 1 Gilligan. He really didn't just make that adaptation from the steeplechasers back to the hurdles as well as he might today, but still his courage put him in with a winning chance round the home turn. But Keemeray outgunned him in the run home, and third Sir Richie, who tried to lead all the way. It really was a super finish to the race with 4 live chances as they came to the last jump.
And they look ready to go. All set. Race 6. Stand well. 1,100 metres the journey. Away they go. Calavu on the inside was a bit slow to get going. Vacant Story is one of the first to jump from Brave Affair on the outside, and away very quickly Wise Spirit with Mixed Legend showing speed, and they were being followed by Finally Fame over on the outside of Era Rani. A bit further back than in behind the Miss Muppet over on the inside of Savour the Favour, followed by Fashion Era. A length and a half further back as West Rock Jet being followed by Sovereign King, and well back in the field Ramigo, and a long gap further back as Calavu as they race down the side of the track, and dropping out to last there, and well back as El Rakmar down the side at the 600 metre mark. Wise Spirit by a length in advance of Mixed Legend, close up on the inside, then Vacant Stories. They were followed by Finally Fame. Miss Muppet is making ground over on the inside, followed by Hero Rami, and at the head of the others then back along the inside, well back in the field there Sovereign King, and Rami goes a long way back as they turn for home, and very deep as Fashion Era, giving the leaders about 5 or 6 lengths start as they enter the straight, coming to the 200 metre mark now, and Mixed Legend and moved up to take the lead clear of Finally Fame. Wise Spirit battling away on the inside, and they're followed by Vacant Stories, and Miss Muppet starting to storm home down the outside. Miss Muppet is finishing well. Mixed Legend just in front, close to home, and Mixed Legend will see it out and beats Finally Fame. Miss Muppet third. Wise Spirit is fourth, followed by Vacant Stories and Fashion Era, and further back in the field in behind them was Era Rami. They were followed next time then by Brave Affair, well back in the field. At the head of the others would be over on the inside Sovereign King, followed further back by Savour the Favour, who's well back with West Rock Jet among the tail enders, and a long way back is Calavu. And El Rakmar finished a fair way back also. Stand by for placings. Mixed Legend hanging on to score. Numbers are 3, 1 and 12. 4, 1 and 12 make that. Number 4, Mixed Legend, ridden by Neville Wilson. Number 1, second, Finally Fame, ridden by Stephen Arnold. Number 12 is third, Miss Muppet, ridden by Denny Nikolic. 4, 1 and 12, the official placings, and the 6th of the day here. The Taranaki Racing Club Super Vabas 3-year-old maiden won by Mixed Legend. First started today, trained by Francis O'Rourke here at the track, a nicely bred gelding by Kingston Rule out of Fulgid, trained here by Francis O'Connor.
Gates are full, they're set to run. Off. All Sand the first to break what was a lovely dispatch. Lamukta dropped out at the start. Ulrico away fast. Going fast too on the inside. El Conde Passer and down Angel's Jewel. All Sand led, settling down at the 1,000 by almost a length. Ulrico, El Conde Passer, Angel's Jewel is fourth. Go Davo Go fifth from Amber Boy. They're followed then by Irish Heart, and just behind it then on the inside behind those is Nobility. Going forward, more action on the outside, and also Go With The Flow whipping around the field early. Seafon Aragon, Prince Tumit, followed by Lamukta and Super Ladders last of all. At the 600, All Sand by a length, Ulrico. Go Davo Go in third placing from El Conde Passer, and Go With The Flow just behind them. Angel's Jewel running fifth or sixth before the turn. 2 lengths to Amber Boy, Irish Heart, and then came further back as Nobility. Pulled out wide Aragon Prince, and more action as they swing the corner. Where All Sand going for home in front of Ulrico. Angel's Jewel running on. Go With The Flow also putting in a burst, and Amber Boy down to the inside. All Sand in front of Amber Boy. Go With The Flow, Nobility, more action out wide. Angel's Jewel getting through. Amber Boy set the front though. Angel's Jewel can't rally, and Amber Boy wins it. Amber Boy, Nobility got up on the outside, I'd say, to grab second from Angel's Jewel, and Lamukta flashing through is in that photo for the minor end of the prize too. All Sand just off them, followed in by Irish Heart. More action. Super Lad made ground from last. Seafon is there too. Then Go Davo Go, a blanket finish here. Next to finish was behind those Go With The Flow. Tumit towards the end with Ulrico and El Conde Passer. But Amber Boy has kept his terrific form up of late, and he's been a shade too good. Ridden by Brad Rewiller, trained by Tommy Hughes.
Just about ready. All set. 1,000 metres off they run. Spouse the first to jump near the inside. Committed began well, and out very quickly. Move Over Nova takes up the early running and advance there. Of Deeper on the track is Committed, and Cape Seed into the picture, followed further back by Rare and Smart, and Start On is just in behind the leading group, and Picture Princess is going fast on the outside. Move Over Nova, half a length in advance of Cape Seed as they go down past the 800 metre mark. They were followed then by Picture Princess, and a bit further back is Galleywood working his way to the picture over on the inside. Spouse and Start On. A length further back is Rare and Smart, being followed by Dusky Leader. Noble Sun is a fair way back at that point. Then Lanima being followed by Committed, a fair way off the lead. Condensed, and further back to Favoured Light, and Classic Miller's last as they swing for home. Spouse is the leader, tackled by Galleywood, looming up quickly on the outside to tackle it. They're clear from Dusky Leader, followed by Move Over Nova, and coming down the outside, Start On is finishing on with a good run. Spouse is still in front. 150 metres left to go. Picture Princess and Start On down the outside, coming after this leader. Spouse still in front of Start On, who's trying to pick it up. Start On the outside, going the better, grabs the lead. Start On has one from Spouse. Picture Princess third, followed by Galleywood, in behind them Dusky Leader, then Condensed, Move Over Nova, Favoured Light. Next home Classic Mill, followed by Noble Son, who was never in the hunt. Well back Rare and Smart, followed by Committed, and Cape Seed is the last home. Start On, well judged ride there by Stephen Arnold, bringing Start On home to victory in the Prime Television Classic 3 handicap, or Class 3 handicap, the 8th event decided here this afternoon at Warrnambool. And we'll pay $4.30 for the win. Start On, given plenty of time to settle in the field, was parked just in behind the leading group as they swung for home, and it was quite evident at about the 200 he appeared to have the others covered. A 4-year-old brown gelding by Rubiton out of Lowendale. A Biscay mare ridden by Stephen Arnold, trained by Russell Cameron at Flemington, beating number 13 Spouse, who's run a good race in the firing line all the way. Ridden by Lonigan Millam, and third placing will go to number 6, which is Picture Princess, ridden by Michael Barlow. 11, 13 and 6, the official placings in the second last on the program. And we might get a few totes here shortly. The winner, Start On. Let's see, not there as yet. So Start On wins the race in good style, beating Spouse, who showed plenty of speed, and third placing to Picture Princess. Noble Sun, on the other hand, was a well-backed favourite, was never in the hunt, was a long way back when heads turned for home, and was obviously well out of the race at that point. So Start On has done a great deal of racing. Its last run was 5th at Albury. That was behind Name the Day.
Now they're set. Already 1400. Racing Shiny in the middle of the line began very well, and so did Sony Carr near the outside. Away nicely in the early part is Randy's Rancher, and Regroup is going through along the inside as they settle down now. And Tough Sword has gone through the pack and took over the running. Tough Sword by 2 lengths to Regroup. In third placing is Shiny, followed by Sony Carr, fourth the outside, and he's over racing a bit out there. Enduring Fame a length away, followed by Randy's Rancher, a length to Hackman Lou. 1.5 Mr. Narwini, followed by Wrangler Chief. 2 lengths further back is Just a Little Bit. Over on the inside, being followed by Double Choice, and next to last in the field is Metallic, with Vermont bringing up the rear. 700 a run now, and Tough Sword tried to back off the pace. He's just a leader, but he's being tackled by Regroup and Shiny, who's out 3 wide. Sony Carr's been 4 wide and working. Just behind those horses is Hackman Lou. He's travelling very well. Over on the inside on the blue and white hooped colours, Randy's Rancher is around him, followed by Enduring Fame, Mr. Narwini, and then Just a Little Bit, Wrangler Chief and Double Choice as they swing the corner. Tough Sword the leader. A huge gap for Hackman Lou to come through if he's good enough. He's about to come out after the leader now. They're followed by Randy's Rancher coming home very well. Hackman Lou took the lead, but Randy's Rancher descends on him quickly. Then Just a Little Bit and Wrangler Chief out wide. Randy's Rancher burst away, 50 out. 2 lengths in front. Wrangler Chief rattling home, but Randy's Rancher beat Wrangler Chief. Photo third, either Hackman Lou or Just a Little Bit. A gap Regroup, Enduring Fame, Metallic, Tough Sword, and then Double Choice, followed by Mr. Narwini. Well back in the field to finish was Vermont, trailed in by Sony Carr and Shiny. Well, it was a very poor run for one that was in the market. Dropped out to last. Randy's Rancher, the winner, ridden by Wayne Hawkeye. Number 3, Randy's Rancher, W. Hawkeye, took it out, trained by Brendan McCarthy, a horse who was having his first start since July. As we were saying before the race, though, he'd been placed in 3 of his 4 when fresh up in the past, including a second placing at Randwick in a 3-year-old restricted race, and also a second in a Ballarat Class 5. So he had the right form, I guess, to produce, but he'd only won 1 from 16 before today, but that was quite an impressive performance. Number 3, Randy's Rancher, W. Hawkeye first. Number 11 was second, Wrangler Chief, ridden by Kieran McAvoy, and Hackman Lou got third, number 1, ridden by Lee Blake. Gosh, he was travelling like a winner coming around the turn. Couldn't have planned it any better. The gap came for him. He took it, but then had no response when Randy's Rancher, who'd sat just behind him, produced his finishing run. And he was too good, simply too good.
Dapple Dancer in the Mark Bairstow colours, the blue and white hoops. They're off and running in the last of the day, and Please Me jumped well. Oh, there's one stood there. Kate's Grace has missed the start for Belly, and Humanilla was slow to get going. One of the first out towards the inside there. Here's Rush About, immediately tackled and headed for the lead by Dapple Dancer as they sort themselves out at the 1100. They're followed by Lady Vicky over on the inside, and Timely Magic is up there in that leading group, being followed closely by Bonnie Kiss. A bit further back along the inside then is Coregia, being followed by Please Me and Mustang Symphony, going up about 4 deep around them. 1.5 lengths then to Silver Region, being followed closely over on the inside there. A bit further back in the field by Highest Peak and Fee. And then there's a break to Humanula, followed by Nigel Lager, who's well back, followed by Entropy, and tailed off as Kate's Grace. Down the side, Dapple Dancer on the inside has taken a slight lead with Rush About close handy as they go past the 600. Park just in behind them, Timely Magic, and they're followed closely there by Mustang Symphony and Coregia. And on the inside, Lady Vicky is prominent as they come around the home turn. Rush About 4 off the rail, just leads the way from Lady Vicky, Timely Magic, and behind them Dapple Dancer, Mustang Symphony. At the head of the others, wide on the track, making up ground is Please Me from a long way back, and they're followed by Fee, and a good long gap in the field back behind them. Bonnie Kiss halfway down the straight, and Rush About takes the lead. Here comes Mustang Symphony with a good run. Timely Magic is struggling a bit. It's on the outside. Mustang Symphony going up to take the lead. Fighting back along the inside as Highest Peak. Mustang Symphony just in front as they go to the line. Mustang Symphony from Highest Peak. Rush About's run third, followed by Lady Vicky, and Entropy made up ground behind them. Timely Magic didn't go on in the stretch, followed by Please Me. Silver Region behind them. Coregia followed by Fee, and well back to Humanula. Kate's Grace has made up ground after that slow start, being followed by Nigel Lager, and Dapple Dancer among the tail enders with Bonnie Kiss. Mustang Symphony in the last of the day gives Nash Rawilla a winning double at $6.70, holding out the challenge in the straight. Mustang Symphony, ridden by Nash Rawilla from Highest Peak, who got through on the inside and looked a real threat, but Mustang Symphony has just done too well in the last little bit, and Rush About not far back in.